padang, semua dungu berpenunggu. Kami inspirasi sebab itu mereka tiru. Guru kami lain, kualiti nombor 1. Bukan macam tempat tu, asal ke tempat penuh beribu politik. Ya dulu kami seorang pakai, lepas kami pakai bersih pas semua nak pakai. Kualiti kelas pertama, yuran kami tak masuk akal. Mari join sekali, pasti suka kami tak sangkal. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Yang silakan.
10 sebab
10
seronok sebab cikgu bagi step by step, saya boleh faham.
Silakan.
Saya boleh bagi rate 10 per 10 lah. Okay. Ni bukan sebagai apa, ni bukan pasal
Zone we trust to help me level up. Cheer up, Lahazon, we believe our grade will be increased. Stand up with a holistic approach. We sure they are great coach. Chill up, do the best, be the best, who the best, we're the best. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Mereka dapat terangkan tajuk yang sukar untuk dipelajari oleh pelajar-pelajar. Terang sampai dapat. Itulah yang paling bagus di Lahazon.
Lahazon terbaik. Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening. Alright, so I would like to introduce myself. My name is Miss Amira, and today we are going to, look at drilling SuperPowerEnglish SPM Forecast English Speaking Test for Part 1. Alright. Okay, so these will be the components of speaking test. Okay. As for your information, speaking test is actually your paper 3, right? So there will be 4 papers that you have to take. Okay, if you are actually a SPM student, the first one is writing, reading, speaking, and also listening. So we are going to focus more on speaking test, which that would be your speaking paper 3. All right, so there will be 3 parts. Okay, and the timing is actually the same. Okay, it's actually in between 3 or 4 minutes only. Okay, so as for the task type for part 1, okay, there will be interviews, individual, long term, and also discussion. But today we are going to take a look at the interview parts. Okay, there will be 6 until 8 marks for you. All right, so 25% of overall candidate grades, okay, which means, we will calculate all the 3 parts, okay, for speaking paper 3, okay, and then we are going to divide it into 25%, okay. So you have to ace this one because it's only speaking, okay. Speaking interviews, it means, okay, it doesn't actually involve your partner, or maybe you can maybe you can get 2 or 3, okay, friends if you are doing speaking test. Okay, so as for the CEFR main focus, right, B1 and B2 CEFR range, okay. Sorry. Okay, what is meant by weighting? Okay, weighting means a value that you give to each of number of things, okay, to show how important is compared to others, right? So that would be the meaning of weighting. Okay, let's take a look at part 1. Okay, what you should do. Okay, what candidates should have to. Okay, the first thing that you have to know is focus on the use of grammar and vocabulary that relates to daily routine. Okay, so as for your information, okay, this interview part is actually asking you about your daily routine. So you have to master the grammar and vocabulary. Okay, so if you have to know the situation. If the situation are asking you about your past, so you have to use past tense. Okay, sorry. If you are talking about the current situation or daily routine, okay, basically you have to use present tense. Okay, always, always, always. Okay, so that would be the examples of present tense, and also vocabulary. So you have to know. Okay, you have to know how to explain people or intercalate about your daily routine. First thing first, I woke up at 9. Okay, well, woke up at 8 or 6 a.m. Okay, so what you have to do, okay, you have to know the vocabulary. Okay, did you brush your teeth or prepare for your prayers and whatnot? So you have to know the vocabulary, right? Okay, moving on to the second part. Be short and keep precise when answering this part. Okay, so you don't have to make it. You don't have to exaggerate more about your daily routine. Okay, you just have to make it simple. Okay, so that the intercalator know that you are doing that activity as your daily routine, right? So next, not making interaction with your partner yet. Okay, this is what I say. Okay, you only focus to your own story. Okay, this is actually the story of your life. Okay, what you've done during a morning or weekend or your hobby, or it might ask you about your dream job. Okay, so you have to know starting from now how to build a sentence, but you cannot I'm not advise you to remember the script because it can affect your marks, okay, for your communicative achievement, which is CA. So what you have to do is you have to make it like a normal conversation. Okay, so next, request to repeat the question back if you need time to understand the question. Okay, you don't have to be shy. Okay, if you don't understand, I'm sorry, not understand. I don't want to use that one. Okay, if you think that you are actually a bit confused, okay, about your question from the interpreter, you can ask back. Okay, can you repeat the question again? Okay, you can do like that. All right. Okay, that will be how you want to ace this interview, right? This part. Okay, if you don't know how to answer the question, don't worry. Okay, you have to make a sentence that actually simple and sweet. Okay, so you don't have to exaggerate more. Okay, if you have the tendency of making mistakes if you are exaggerating something, right? So I advise you to make it sweet and simple only, right? Okay, candidates are expected to present factual information about self. Okay, this is what I meant by you have to tell you about your name, what school are you in, okay, how do you go to school, and also what do you do during weekends or weekdays. Okay, all right. Okay, like your daily routine after school, what you do after school. Okay, if you are going to play for your curriculum or sports, okay, you can say it, okay, to your intercalator. Okay, just be yourself, right? So that would be the tips for present factual information about self. Okay, and then talk about present circumstances. Okay, what is meant by this one? Talk about present circumstances is your daily routine. Okay, your daily routine you have to know. Okay, starting from wake up in the morning and also going to bed. Okay, you already have your answer in your mind. That's why I said, okay, you have to, okay, make it simple. Okay, and then you have to what I mean is you can lie a bit, but don't make it okay obvious. Okay, that's why I advise you to think of your daily routine starting from now. Okay, since you wake up and until you get into bed. All right. Okay, so candidates are also expected to express your opinion. Okay, or your opinion towards something. Okay, why you do that. Okay, then explain and give reason. Okay, for this part, explain and give reason. Okay, you have to tell a little bit. Okay, you have to elaborate a little bit about why you choose that hobby, or why you choose to do the daily routine like that. Okay, and then but just make it simple. Okay, you don't have to exaggerate or elaborate. Okay, more than 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, all right. That's why I said that you have to make it more meaningful and also just talk about the important things only. All right. Okay. Talks about past experience and future plan. Okay. This is what I meant by past experience, which means what you done. Okay. And also future plan is for example your hope no your dream job. Okay, what you want to choose to be when you are growing up. Okay, right. So that will be your future plan. All right. Okay, so there will be 2 phases in this part, which are phase one and also phase two. All right. Okay, the examiner asks candidates questions pertaining to their personal details. Okay, so the first one is general introduction. For example, what's your name? Where do you live? How do you come to school? All right, so this is actually the basic thing that the intercalator or examiner will ask you. Okay, it's like an introduction and also making a simple conversation because she or he wants to know a little bit about you first. Okay, so basically the simple or the basic things that uh, the examiner will ask you. Yeah, your name, where do you live, how do you come to school. Okay, for this one, you already know how to sorry, how to tell people. Okay, try to make a simple conversation. But what's the difference between when you are talking to the interpreter or your friends? Okay, is the the language itself. Okay, you cannot use um, a basic English like I don't know, don't like that. Okay, so what is your name? You have to say it out loud. Your name. What's your name? Okay, just just make it sweet and simple, right? Okay, so this is your jargon of the day. Intercalator. Okay, interlocutor. Okay, interlocutor is the person who is conducting the speaking assessment. You have to know this, okay? Because for your examination day, the intercalator will ask you, this is the name of the intercalator. Okay, we call the examiner as the intercalator. Okay, the intercalator is the person who is conducting the speaking assessment. Okay, he or she will be asking you the question. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this will be the structure and procedure. Part one, interview 4 and 5 minutes. Let's take a look at the examples of question. Okay, part one, interview. This will be the general question, remember? Okay, this is your phase one. So interlocutor will ask you good morning or good afternoon. Okay, um, I give you the name. Okay, I'm Amira and this is my colleague. Okay, there will be people. Okay, 2 people there. Okay, one is interlocutor and also the timer. Okay, the time taker. Right, I'm Amira Usna and this is my colleague. Okay, he or she just listen to us. First of all, I'd like to know something about you. And then she or he will ask you, what's your name? As for the candidate A, candidate A say, my name's my name is Amira. Okay, and then people like to call me Mir, for example. Okay, interlocutor, and what's your name as for the candidate B. All right, so you don't have to introduce you and your friend. No, you just have to introduce yourself only. Okay, you don't have to say my name is Amira and this is no. Okay, the interlocutor will ask your candidate B after he or she asks you a question. All right. Okay, so after the candidate B is already finished talking about herself or himself, okay, the next question that interlocutor will ask you, okay, for the candidate A, where do you live? Right? Where do you live? Then the interlocutor A will say, okay, I live at Taman Mulia. Okay, I live in Kuala Lumpur, for example, right? As for interlocutor will ask, okay, for candidate B, how do you come to school? Okay, and then the candidate B will say, I went to school. I usually go to school by bus or riding a bicycle. Okay, so that would be the examples of, okay, these will be the examples of conversation. Okay, the script. Okay, all right. So how to answer this question? How to ace in this? This part one. Okay, because some might say that okay, I can do this, but I actually if I say it, okay, with my friend, I can do better. But as for when I see myself, introduce myself to its other, like the examiner or the interlocutor, I tend to make silly mistakes. Okay, so you have to know. Okay, starting from now, how to answer this type of question for part one. All right. Okay, these will be the examples. Okay, what you have to do is you have to give your answer with contraction. What is contraction? Okay, you have to look at candidate A. My name's Lukman Faris. You can call me Faris. So there will be a contraction there. Okay, my name's. Okay, we say my name's, not my name is. Okay, that will be the writing. Okay, writing conversation. Okay, we are trying to make a conversation here. We have to use more of a contraction. My name's, okay, theirs, yours, okay, something like that. Okay, and then another candidate B. Okay, my name's Yuri Utami. You can call me Yuri. Okay, so why we have to use contraction? Because it can shows that okay, your English is at a higher level with the knowledge of using contraction. Okay, so this is how to ace, okay, when you are when you are trying to make a conversation, okay, that okay relates to your name. Okay, we don't have to use scripted. Okay, I wouldn't advise you to use scripted like my name is Lukman Faris. Okay, so it's not like okay normal conversation. Okay, we are trying to create a normal conversation here, okay, with you and your interlocutor. That's why okay you are advised to use contraction. Okay, so this will be help you. Okay, this will help you to ace or increase your marks in communicative achievement, which is CA. All right. Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, where do you live? Okay, I live in Taman Pudu, a short distance away. I live in Taman Pudu Perdana, a short distance away. I live in Ampang, nearby the mall. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to provide extra information. You don't have to say okay. You have to say a little bit more. Okay, you cannot say that I live in Taman Pudu Perdana. Okay, it's not like there will be a decreasing of mark there. Okay, you can have not you will the tendency of you to get a lower mark is increased. So what you have to do is you have to provide extra information but not exaggerate. Okay, you can say that I live in Taman Pudu Perdana, a short distance away, okay, from the school. Okay, so that will be the example. Another example is I live in Ampang, nearby the mall. Okay, you put a benchmark there. Okay, mall. Okay, so a verbal phrase. Okay, what you have to do is you can put a verbal phrase. Okay, for example, I live in Lampang, nearby. Nearby is actually the examples of a verbal phrase. Shows you know how to use an adverbial phrase. Okay, it's actually can increase your marks in grammar. because you know the usage of adverbial phrase. All right. Okay. Next question. It will be the last question for part. Okay. How do you come to school? Okay. I walk to school as my house is near. Okay. As for candidate A, you have to elaborate your sentence. Let's take a look at candidate B. Okay. I cycle to school every day. Sometimes my father drives me to school. Okay. So you can elaborate more, okay, your sentence, but not exaggerate, yeah. Okay. So as for candidate B, okay, she used simple sentence to prevent the intercalator assumes that you are memorizing script. Okay, that's I actually mentioned just now have mentioned just now. Okay, you cannot make it your conversation like memorizing the script. Okay, you have to make a normal conversation, just relax. Okay, and then your expression of face. Okay, don't make it like you are actually remembering something. No. Okay, you have to be confident. Okay, so that the intercalator that know, okay, that you are actually talking. Okay, not like memorizing anything. Okay, that's why I can say, yeah, just make a normal conversation like that, right? Okay, so this is sorry. Okay, moving on to phase two. Okay, this is the question that asks you the specific theme. Okay, for example, your future plan or something that happened in past. Okay, so this will be the part that the examiner or intercalator asks candidates some question about topic that they are familiar to them. Okay, still about yourself. Okay, and you cannot talk about your partner, even though you are actually know or him or her. Okay, let her let him or her talk about themselves. Okay, so you don't have to busybody to talk about them. All right. Okay, so these will be the examples. Okay, what do you do after school? What do you do on Sundays? Okay, that will be the examples. Okay, so you know the topic is after school or on Sunday. Sunday means weekend. So what you do during weekend? Okay. So let's take a look at the examples of question. Okay, I give you already described. Okay. So as for this one, okay, phase two, the intercalator. Now I'm going to ask about your daily routine. What do you normally do after you wake up? Okay. So candidate A, okay, will tell you about his or her uh, daily routine. Okay, since they wake up until going to bed. Okay, but you don't have to exaggerate. Okay, just make it sweet and simple only. And then after that, the intercalator will ask you, what do you do at school, at home after coming back from school? Okay, so candidate B will tell you. Then we tell the intercalator what is actually he or she is doing after coming back from school. All right. After that, the integrator will ask the candidate A back, how do you spend your leisure time? Okay, that will be now you know what you are doing. Okay, leisure time. Basically, when we say leisure time, it means weekend. Okay, or when you are not actually have homework or other things to do. So that will be your leisure time. Okay, after the candidate A answer him or her question, interlocutor will ask candidate B. Okay, what do you do on weekends? Okay, the candidate B will tell his or her story, yada yada, and then to say thank you. And then what you have to do is you are waiting for your second part. Okay, that will be the next session. I will tell you a little bit more about that. Okay, after the session. All right. So as for interview, how to answer this question? Okay. Okay, you can actually give your answer like this. I would tidy up my bed and do some stretching before go to school. Or first I would perform my prayer and then take a shower before go to breakfast. Or I would check my notification on phone first before go to the for bath. Okay, so see, the sentence is actually not scripted. Okay, it's like you are talking to someone. Okay, then you have to think of what you are actually do. Okay, after wake up. Some might say that, okay, I will check my notification first. Yeah, correct. Okay, or you can tidy up my bed first and then you go to bath. Okay, so this is actually your own experience, what you actually normally do after your wake up. Okay, as for this one, what do you do at home after coming back from school? Sorry. Well, I usually take a nap, then play online games with my friends. Or usually I would take my lunch and straight away do homework. Or I always help my mom to tidy up our house after lunch. Okay? So this is actually the routine that you are actually do. Okay? So I just give you the examples of how to answer this question. Okay? Okay, how do you spend your leisure time? To be honest with you, I just enjoy lying on the couch, reading a good book, or watching a good movie. Okay, or if I can finish all my homework early, watching movies with my friends would be my first choice to do. Or baking is my passion actually, so I would love to try out new recipe for it. Okay, so make it like a normal conversation, right? So what do you do on weekends? Okay, sports are my greatest passion. During weekends, I would take a bicycle and go for a ride. Or you can actually tell the interlocutor, I love to play football at the park nearby my house. Sometimes I play badminton. Or I enjoy gardening with my mother every weekend. Okay, so this is actually the examples of how to make it more like a normal conversation. Okay, by adding up your expression, your face. Okay, like let it be more normal, relaxed. Okay, like you are making conversation with your friends or your teacher. All right. Okay, so this will be the possible question on phase two. Okay, what is the first thing that you do every morning? Or what do you do when you get back from school every day? Or what do you do during free time? Or what do you do on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Or what do you normally do in evening? Do you like reading books? Why? Do you enjoy using social media? Why? Okay, so this will be the possible answer. Okay, sorry, the possible question. So now you already know how to create or uh, I mean like you are remembering something what you actually do, okay, after school. Okay, basically I usually joking or whatnot. Okay, so this time you have to be more prepared. All right. Okay, so that's all for today's drilling session. Thank you for staying and watching me. Okay, to give you some tips and techniques, and also how actually to make it like a normal conversation for your speaking test. Okay, so this will be the part one. Okay, I will give you the drilling session for part two and part three later. All right, so that's all from me, Miss Amira. I hope you learned something today. Okay, without further ado, I would like to say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and goodbye.
Kami turut padang semua dungu berpenunggu. Kami inspirasi sebab itu mereka tiru. Guru kami lain kualiti nombor satu. Bukan macam tempat tu asal ke tempat penuh beribu politik. Ya dulu kami seorang pakai, lepas kami pakai bersih pas semua nak pakai. Kualiti kelas pertama yuran kami tak masuk akal. Mari join sekali pasti suka kami tak sangkal. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way only way how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way only way how you wanna level up.
Bagi aku tersebut. Silakan.
10 sebab
10
seronok seronok sebab cikgu bagi step by step saya boleh faham.
Silakan.
Saya boleh bagi rate 10 per 10 lah. Okay. Ni bukan sebagai apa, ni bukan pasal
Zone we trust to help me level up. Cheer up, Lahazon, we believe our grade will be increased. Stand up with a holistic approach. We sure they are great coach. Chill up, do the best, be the best, who the best, we're the best. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about adab, remember like kitab, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about adab, remember like kitab, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Saya dapat terangkan tajuk yang sukar untuk dipelajari oleh pelajar-pelajar. Terang sampai dapat. Itulah yang paling bagusnya di Lahazon.
Lahazon terbaik.